Hello and welcome to Paper Plays Julie K.
Welcome everyone, and thank you so much for stopping by and checking out my latest video. And today I'm here with a thrift store haul video from a couple of different thrift stores. A while back, my mom and I and her neighbor went on a little road trip to a craft store, and then we also stopped at a couple of thrift stores, coming and going. And then also on my way to my mom's house for this little trip with her neighbor, I also stopped at a couple of thrift stores, and I didn't find a ton of things, but enough to show you guys. So I just thought I would share with you today. So one of the items I picked up was just this clear box. It was 50 cents, and it's from the box. It says box on it. But I love little boxes like this for storage in my drawers. And so both in my house and also in my craft room. So I'm not quite sure where this one's going to go. But for 50 cents, it was a good deal. I also picked up this bag for $1, and it's all seashells. I don't know if you guys have seen on Pinterest where people like decoupage or they paint seashells. They can add little beads into the grooves. These ones obviously were made for crafting because they were in packaging. There's quite a few in there. And I do have a few seashells that I picked up while I was in Florida, but I thought these ones at least would be good ones to maybe experiment with or play around with to see if I wanted to do anything more with the ones that I had picked up in Florida. So for $1, I picked those ones up. Also, when my mom and her neighbor and I were thrifting, we went to a Goodwill, and this bag was $6.99. Goodwill tends to be a little more expensive in our area, and there was a couple more things in here, but I gave them away to somebody that could use them. A lady that I know was making like a veil for a friend's wedding dress, and so that's what some of these pieces are for, is like hair combs and stuff. And so she took a couple things from here, so there was a couple more things, but this is what's left. And again, I just thought, you know, I might be able to deconstruct them a little bit and just use parts of the bling. It's beautiful. They're all beautiful pieces. So these ones were little flower picks, like hairpins. And I thought these would be perfect. You know how I'm always making like flower sprays on boxes and different things. I thought these would be perfect to put inside of some of those flower sprays. So I thought there was enough in there, and like I said, she took a couple things out. She took one of the hair combs and a couple of things like this. So again, that was $7 for that whole package. I thought it was an okay deal, probably not a great deal, but an okay deal. At one of the thrift stores, I found this little Victorian doily for 50 cents, the Battenberg style, which I know a lot of us like to use on crafts. Also at that Goodwill, for $3.99, they had these little envelopes. They had one that was open, so they're just little cardboard envelopes. And for $4, I thought these ones would be fun. Again, I can decorate them and put little Happy Mail things in them for people. So just kind of a base product to have in my stash until I run out of them. We did stop at a store that I had wanted to stop at while we were out. And it's one of those stores that they have some antique stuff. They have a lot of like upcycled stuff. And also some current, you know, home good type stuff. Decor stuff. And at one of the booths they had the vintage spools. And I got each of these for $2 each, which I thought was a good deal. They are a really dark color, and at first I thought that was the natural patina on it. But I think whoever had them, I think they waxed them because they feel like they have wax on them, like that furniture wax. That I use it on some of my stuff too. So, but for $2, it was still a great deal. I'm just not so sure that that was the natural color of these. They might have been a little bit lighter brown, but I still like them. I also bought this, and this one was $5. And I'm going to redo this one. I wanted a heart in my craft room, a Chevy kind of heart. I'm going to paint it white, and then I'm going to wrap around some other type of floral spray. So I'm going to take this little primitive stuff off. But I've been looking for a large heart for my wall in my craft room. And so I did pick this up so that I could redo this. I also found a couple of older cutting dies. These ones are like I think the AccuCut ones, or these are the older Sizzix ones that worked in the AccuCut machine, but you can still use them in your current machine. If you can use like the Biggs dies, sometimes you have to put a shim or something in them. But this one was a nice heart one. I like the size of it. I didn't have any cutting dies that were that big, so I picked that one up. And then this one had smaller hearts on it. And so I also picked that one up. These ones were $2 each. Also at one of the antique stores that I stopped at on my way to my mom's house, they were going out of business because the building is being torn down. So a lot of the booths were had stuff on sale, but there was one and they had little packages of doilies, and they had like 3 or 4 of them connected for like $3 each. But again, everything was 50% off, so I got a few of them, and they took the tags off on them, so I don't know exactly which ones were together, but like I said, I didn't pay very much for them. They were all clean and nicely pressed, which I always like, so that I don't have to wash them. But just some nice little doilies. Be nice ones to gift, a couple of them to people. I'll use a couple of them in my craft room. You know, several of them were the same size. You know, these also make good ones for wall hangings if you like to do wall hangings. So I guess that one has a little bit of a stain, but you can tell that it's been washed. So those are the ones that I like to craft with if they have the stains on them, or I tea dye them. So I got a pretty good pile, and like I said, I think there was maybe 2 or 3 sets that I bought, and they were all combined together. And then I did pick this up for $4, and I loved it. It's like a little tiered tray thing, and I thought this would be so cute in my craft room. I can put little pieces of bling on the different levels, and I love birds, so perfect for me. Again, and it's heavy, so it's like maybe, you know, the base of this is really heavy. So maybe it's like kind of like cast iron almost. Again, $4 for that. I also bought this. This one I think was also $4. It was $3.99, and it's a little candle thing. And I'm not sure. I might put little like wood rounds on the top of here, and then I could stick stuff on it in my craft room. Because like I said, it was made for candles, which you can easily just take a wire trimmers and cut these off to use them for something different. Or I might invert it and go this way, and then you can see like I could hang like Christmas ornaments from it. So I'm still trying to decide what I want, if I want it in my craft room and to be able to put stuff on it, or if I want to use it on Christmas ornaments. No matter what, I am going to spray paint it again. It just looks like it needs, you know, it's been used. So just adding a little spray paint to something makes it look pretty much brand new. So I just have to decide how I want to use it so I know what color to paint it. If it's in my craft room, I'm going to respray paint it this white color. But if I use it in my house, I'll probably, for Christmas ornaments, I'll probably spray paint it black. And the last 2 things that I have to share with you, my mom found, and it was at like a consignment type store. And so she found this pile of doilies for $3. And you can see that there is a ton in here. White and then the off-white color, kind of your basic ones. But again, perfect for either deconstructing them using the bits and pieces. Perfect for a wall hanging. They're, you know, possibly you could use them on like a doily book. They're just getting a little big for the doily book size, but you could still do a doily book. And then this one she also found, and she bought it later, so I think she only ended up paying like 80 cents maybe, because I don't think she bought it until October. And at this store, you know, they put an original price on it, and then every month the price goes down. So originally it was $2, then it was $1.60, then $1.20, and then 80 cents. And she just gave this to me. She sometimes has stuff for me and she puts it in a pile, and then when I have room I take it home with me when I go visit. So I'm not sure how long she's had this in her stash, but I'll see if I can open it up. And this looks like the like handmade crochet trim, which is wonderful. Like I said, I don't think she paid very much for it. I think she got it at the 80-cent price. But just some beautiful little vintage crochet thread on it. This one has like a little bit of lace on it. So it looks like there's a couple different styles. Oh, there's two different ones on this same. So there's kind of this type of trim that was in there, and they're all held together with a pin that I have to take apart. There was this crochet, also this edging, which I like that one. That was just like the one I just showed you. And then I'm not sure if this is all this. There's a couple different ones on this one. So there was a lot more in here than what I thought. I thought there was just a couple different styles. So this one has the pink on it, which is beautiful. So these ones were maybe on the ends of like pillowcases that got cut off. I'm not sure. And this one, there was a couple more in here. I've never seen packaging quite like that, where they package 2 or 3 underneath each other. But definitely an even better deal than what my mom thought if she only paid that much for it. There's quite a bit more crochet styles in here. There's that one, almost like a clover maybe. And this one with the little triangles on it, which is beautiful. And of course that pink one that I showed you guys. So that was actually a great deal on my mom's part for that one. Even at $2, I think that's a great deal for handmade crocheted stuff. So, and I think that's everything I have to show you guys for today. So again, let me know what you think in the comments below. What items would you have thrifted? Maybe what items would you have left behind? Also, if you have any bright ideas on what I can use for some of these items for crafting, I always love hearing that. And until next time, I hope you guys all have a wonderful day. Happy crafting and happy thrifting.